Hi there, You're welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be talking to you about the PPP loan. Okay, I'll be talking to you about the PPP loan. The PPP loan is a paycheck protection program. Yes, particularly designed by the United States government during the COVID-19 in 2020 by the Trump administration. The essence of the PPP program, that is the Paycheck Protection Program, was to see for payroll. When you talk about payroll here, it was actually designed to help small businesses in America to help navigate against the storm of the COVID-19 pandemic that hit the world, one of the world major crises of all times. You all are aware of this, okay? So businesses were choked up, they needed some money, nothing was moving, so they needed some money to offset their payroll challenges, to pay their salaries, pay workers, benefits, and all that. So the American government at that time designed templates to provide this loan relief to the businesses so they can actually take care of their staff. Okay, so it is called the Paycheck Protection Program. However, the Paycheck Protection Program came to an end in May 2021. Yes, it came in 2020, however, it came to an end in May 2021. So a lot of small businesses in America accessed the PPP loans, actually, that we are talking about today. Now, there were conditions to access the PP loan. There were conditions to access the PP loan. One of those conditions was that all loans of the PPP have fixed one interest rate. The interest rate for the loan happens to be 1% only, no matter the amount of money you received. Okay, the other point was that there was no guarantee or collateral required. There was no guarantee or collateral of any kind required to access this loan. Loans are genuinely forgivable. Yes, the government made it upon itself that it can forgive this loan in eventuality the borrower could not pay back. However, there are conditions upon which these loans are being forgiven. That is the truth. There are conditions upon which this loan are being forgiven. Then neither the government nor the lender charges any fee to access this loan. Neither the government or the lender charges any fee to do what? To access this loan. Now, who were able to access this loan as at that time? Small businesses in America, accommodation service with fewer than 500 employees, the hotels, the food services, the restaurants, the self-employed individuals, independent contractors, gig workers, sole proprietors of limited companies, independent franchise, non-conglomerates, and the tax-exempt non-profit organizations. Then we have the housing cooperatives with fewer than 300 housing corps with fewer than 300 employees at the same time. Then the independent news organizations. Okay. Now, in the major aspect of this topic today, we are trying to cover flagged PPP loans. Some loans were flagged. Yes, when a loan is being flagged, it means danger. It means something was wrong. So it happens that there were some of these loans that were taken out of fraudulent practices. Most of them were not businesses who needed this loan. They took advantage of the whole process and took the loan. Now, the government has flagged most of those loans. You understand? The government has flagged most of those loans and it constitutes a problem. Now we're talking about flagged loans. They are loans that have been marked or reported as being fraudulent. These are just loans that were marked or reported as being fraudulent. They are the what? They are called the what? The flagged loan. Why loans may be flagged? Number one, the company submitted false certification to receive PPP loan forgiveness. Yes, when a company submits a false certification to receive a PPP loan forgiveness, such loans are flagged. Some use PPP loan for unapproved expenses. Even if you are a small business as at that time and you happen to use the PPP loan for an unapproved expenses, it will be flagged. Or there are instances where companies submitted incomplete PPP loan application or documentation. Instances like this were tagged and flagged. Such loans were flagged as what? As red flag, as flagged PPP loans. The company possibly applied for multiple PPP loans without several lenders in different intervals, with several lenders in different intervals. Now, there are several lenders who oversees the issue and the disbursement of PPP loan during the COVID-19. So there are some borrowers or some businesses who happens to take these loans from different lenders. So the government decided to flag them as what? They flagged those loans. Those loans have been flagged. Then what happens when a loan is being flagged? What happens when a loan is being flagged? Having been flagged, you will get a sub opener and you need to hire a PPP loan fraud defense lawyer that can help with the proceedings. Once your loan is being flagged, you will have to hire a PPP loan lawyer to do what? To get in charge of proceedings for you, because definitely the government is going to see to it. They are looking to, in a way, to get back this money. So you need a lawyer to stand in for you. Do you understand? So that's just it. Now, the PPP loan forgiveness. A PPP loan can be forgiven under certain conditions. Yes, the PPP loan can be forgiven under certain conditions. You get? Now, can prove your loan was spent on payroll and other business expenses. If you can provide evidence or a proof that your PPP loan as assessed was spent on your PPP loan as received was spent on payroll and other business expenses. If you can prove that you spent at least 60% of the loan strictly on payroll cost, like I told you, the loan was designed strictly for payroll. So if you can prove that your loan, the PPP loan you assessed, was spent strictly on payroll, you can get forgiveness. Then maintain employee and compensation levels. In this case, saying you look after your staff. If you were able to look after your staff with the loans, then definitely you are getting a PPP loan forgiveness. How do you get the forgiveness? Number one, contact your lender. The journey to get a PPP loan forgiveness starts with the lender, who should abreast you on the requisite documents you need to provide. Your lawyer should abreast you on the requisite documents you need to provide for the PPP loan forgiveness. Then assemble your documents for onward processing. Once you assemble your documents for onward processing, then you will need to prove eligible payroll costs, like the bank account statement or payroll statement that shows how much and what to an extent you have compensated your staff. That is what it stands to say. The payroll tax filings, you have payment receipts for employee benefit programs like retirement benefits, employee health and insurance. If you have these things in place, also endeavor to have your mortgage interest payments related to your business properties. When you have this, then send your documents and other related requirements to the completed forms to the lender. When you send this to the lender will in turn do what? Start processing your loan forgiveness. With due consideration, if any other thing is being considered equal and met the relevant processes, your loan will be forgiven. I hope you got the real points in this PPP loan and the flag loan. Yes, the flag loan here in instance is where you receive the loan under fraudulent practices. Maybe you are not meant to receive the loan. You falsified your documents. You make use of the loan illegitimately. When any of these things are found out, the loan will be flagged. There are instances where maybe your employee even got you reported. Yes, there are whistleblowers who are in charge of, who are even in your organizations you don't know. When they get to know this, they blow the whistle, and there you go. You understand? So, if you enjoy this, please, I endure you to stay back on this channel. Always check. You get subscribe to my channel, like this video, drop a comment to show that really you appreciate this video. Thank you very much.